Hello, my name is Luis Alberto Marroquin Castro, and today I'm going to talk about the day I learned to listen before speaking. A personal story about effective communication, teamwork, and how one class project changed the way I speak. Introduction. Why this story matters. A few months ago, I was working on a team presentation for one of my classes. We had a simple goal: prepare an English presentation and divide the work fairly. At first, I thought communication would be easy. I sent a message on the group chat, assigned parts quickly, and assumed everyone understood the plan. But on presentation day, I discovered that what I thought was clear communication was actually a set of assumptions. That moment taught me that communication is not only about sending a message, it's about making sure the message is understood. The story in 4 moments. Situation. Our team had to create an English presentation for class. The problem is I sent one quick message and assumed everyone understood the plan. The conflict was two teammates prepared different topics and one forgot the example section. And the turning point was I realized that the issue was not laziness or lack of effort, it was poor communication. What actually happened? The project was about giving a short presentation in English. I tried to take the lead and organize the team. So I sent one long message explaining the sections, examples, and order of the speakers. The problem was that I never checked whether everyone understood the same thing. One teammate thought she only needed to design slides, another prepared a completely different topic, so one else believed the examples were optional. When we met to rehearse, our presentation looked incomplete and disconnected. We were all frustrated, not because people did not work, but because each person had understood the instructions differently. The real problem: communications errors. I was speaking, but I was not verifying understanding. I used only text messages where I can easily run rushed or incomplete. I gave too much information at once instead of breaking the task into clear steps. I did not create a feedback loop, so there was no moment for my teammates to ask questions or repeat their responsibilities. How I fixed it. First, I asked the team to meet for 10 minutes. Instead of repeating my original instructions, I asked each person to explain what they believed their task was. Second, I organized the presentation into a simple structure: introduction, key ideas, examples, and conclusion. Then I assigned one part to each teammate and wrote every role in a shared slide routine. Third, I use active listening. I pay attention to the questions people ask, the parts that confuse them, and even their facial expressions. If someone's look unsure, I stop and clarify the point. Finally, I ask everyone to confirm their task in their own words. This is the before and after. Communication techniques demonstrated in this story. Active listening. I listen to each teammate's interpretation instead of assuming they were wrong. Clarity and structure. I turn one confusing message into shared specific instructions. Feedback loop. I ask for confirmation, which help us align expectations. Non-verbal communication. During the meeting, I kept a calm tone, made eye contact, and showed patience so the conversation stayed productive. Audience awareness. I change the way I explain their task based on what the team actually needs to hear. This is the effective communication cycle. And you can see the audiovisual elements for the video presentation are these ones that you see in the page. Conclusion. What I learned. This experience changed the way I work with other people. I learned that effective communication is not measured by how much you say, but by how clearly they others understand what do you mean. Now, when I work in teams, I try to explain ideas more simple, listen more carefully, and always confirm understanding before moving on. For me, the biggest lesson was this: speaking is only one part of communication. Listening, clarifying, and checking for understanding are what truly make communication effective. This is my closing line. The biggest change in my communication did not happen when I learned to speak better. It happened when I learned to listen better. Thank you.